Right folks, that's it all sorted. Sorry about that. For some reason, whenever you don't run OBS as administrator, it won't capture the sound. Not sure why, but anyway, that should be us live now. Star Alliance United just about to depart. Got a cargo 767-200. Mark Jones, hello. If you can all hear me, that's great. If you can all leave a thumbs up in the chat, please, or a like, just so I know that the audio's working, that'd be fantastic. Right, here we go. United Star Alliance. It's a really nice livery, this one. Sorry, I was just talking before in the last live stream, and no one could hear us because the audio wasn't working. So sorry to anyone who was watching it painfully, thinking why is there no audio, but that was entirely my fault. Beautiful rotation there. That's United up. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's have a look. Cargojet. 767 cargo. Charlie Foxtrot Delta India Juliet. Line up at the same time as a BA, having a race on to 27 left. BA hangar just behind there as well. Northern Aviation, Readability 5, fantastic mate. Welcome aboard too, lovely to have you with us. Oh, how's that for synchronization? That's brilliant. Mark Jones, you can hear it perfectly, that's brilliant. Lovely jubbly. So we've got a good few movements to come anyway, which is good. Alright, let's have a look. As you can see, there's a big dark cloud looming overhead, but it looked before like it was going to rain, but we just got a light shower and it's actually not been too bad, to be honest. So anyway, back to the aviation side of things. British Airways just departing there. Let's have a look on flight radar and see what that is. Quick rotation again. Oh, we've got a British Airways A350 taxiing. Woohoo! I'm just going to quickly share this on Facebook and Twitter, folks, so just bear with us a second. So how's everyone been doing today? Been busy or up to much? Oh, that BA is just going to sneak out. Quick intersection. Ah, that's a cool shot. Concorde A350, A320neo, Lufthansa A320neo. That BA is pretty much. Which intersections are? Let's have a look. Planespotting Ringway, hello mate, lovely to have you on board. How are you doing? So how's this for a lineup in 2020? Waiting to depart. We've got a Lufthansa A320neo, we've got Concorde, we've got an A350 and we've got an A320neo on the roll. It's a pretty good lineup for departure, that. That A320neo must be nearly empty. Aye, look, he's up like a rocket. Up and away. beautiful. Excuse me. It's quite good now because the traffic was a bit quieter earlier, but it's picked up nicely. So next we've got the Canadian 767. I'm near Big Jet TV. Oh dear, girl. Now you tell me. Oh dear. Well, actually, it's, to be honest, it's thanks to him I managed to find the right location and room and everything. So that was a cracking video. He did a review on the Hilton anyway. But it's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. It's going to Manchester, Fergus. Okay, that explains it. That explains it. I wasn't sure if he'd be going to say, Dublin or somewhere else like that, but yeah, if he's going up just to Manchester, he won't even need a quarter of that runway. Here he goes. Let's see how much runway this Cargo 767 uses. Typically they never use very much, but let's have a look. He's got a good older run. Not entirely sure where he's heading actually, I'll have to check flight radar in just a second. Oh, I've got another British Airways A350. Ha! Brilliant. Buy one, get one free tonight. Lufty Neo. Just lining up. Delta Alpha India November Delta Oscar. It's got the old Lufthansa livery. Don't know about you, as much as I like the new livery, I still prefer the yellow of the old livery. It just adds that little bit of colour. Exploring, hello. A350's off to Boston, Niall. Thank you for that, Niall. Aye, Mike, you're right there. It's a cracking location. It's great because you're overlooking the airport. You've got, like you say, Concorde in the foreground. So yeah, it's makes a nice picture anyway. Right, this Lufty should be going. So today I've been at RAF Mildenhall and RAF Lake in Heath earlier this morning, just doing some plane spotting. Managed to see a few. I've got a funny story. I managed to see a few movements departing Mildenhall this morning, but the best movement of the day, which was a US Air Force KC-10 extender. The runway was wet. It had been waiting at the holding point for ages, and at the very moment that the plane lined up on the runway and went to take off, I thought I was filming it, and I was looking through my camcorder and looking at it and thinking, oh wow, it's amazing. You could see the spray coming off it, and then just as he rotated, oh, it was amazing, and the light was brilliant. And then suddenly, just as he lifted off the runway, I realised that I forgot to press record. And so all I got of this KC-10 is the tail end of it. I didn't actually get I didn't get the takeoff at all. So that was a bit gutting, especially as it was probably one of the highlights of the day, but it didn't end up so. So this is nice, just to see some movements at Heathrow, which is great. British Airways A350 1000. absolutely love these. This is my first time seeing one. This is fantastic. The 747's never going to be replaced as an icon. You know, the 747 will always be the jumbo jet. But in terms of the A350, the A350 is, you know, magnificent in its own way. It's beautiful. There she goes. Let's have a pan back. So this one is Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Golf. Extra wide body. Number Golf, so that's going to be number 7, isn't it? I can see all of your comments, everyone, so I've got the hello Jason, Lewis Hancock, Alitalia's on its way, lovely. Is it Alitalia? Don't know. First one's off to Boston, second one's off to Washington. Thanks for that. Thank you, Niall. Robert Hadfield, good evening, mate. How are you doing? Lovely to have you on board with us. How's everything going, mate? A321's to Glasgow. Thanks for that, Jason. So the A321's off to Glasgow, and the 350's off to Washington DC. Oh, we've got a Dreamliner as well. Mint. I think we've chosen a good time here because for about 15-20 minutes before it was quite quiet. Oh, that's nice, that. Beautiful. Oh, got another. Which one's that? Zulu Bravo Kilo Sierra. I presume that's a -9. Let's have a look. Oh, they've got Orlando back on for Gatwick. Yeah, I saw that the other day actually. I imagine a lot of the leisure routes will return to Gatwick eventually, but just how many? Nobody knows. Samuel, hello, welcome to the live chat. Lovely to have you with us. I'm stopping your guitar practice, Robert. Oh, man. You'll hate me for that, then. Oh, dear. That big A321's itching to go. He's just moving slowly forward. Just urging the BA78 to make a move. There we go, that's on good. That's the one thing you forget at Heathrow, just how, you know, everything's at such a quick pace. It's pretty incredible. Alan Scott, way, good evening, mate. Lovely to have you on board. Welcome to our DR channel member, Alan Scott. Great to have you with us, mate. How are you doing? Now, I said we were going to have a special live stream this week, so now you see what I mean. That's the BA789. I'll just give you all a quick glance round just to the right hand side, so overlooking toward Terminal 2. I last flew into Terminal 2 with Virgin Little Red a few years ago on their last ever flight, and that was quite special, especially to get back in Edinburgh and be greeted by the nice traditional sound of bagpipes playing, and yeah, it was really nice. And just a bit further, we've got all the British Airways parked up, Heathrow control tower in the background, another Dreamliner parked up, got a 777 A320 parked up, that A319 just being towed away, Delta Bravo Charlie Juliet, Ethiopian 777, Emirates 777, and then the real beauty, Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Oscar, British Airways A350 1000. Very, very smart. You good? That's excellent, Alan. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks mate, doing good. Just relaxing and filming these planes, so yeah, all pretty good. There we go, V1 rotate. It's a nice, it's going to be a nice sunset in the next hour, so hopefully the battery stays till then anyway. Should be good. British Airways A320 just lining up. Oh, that's a nice memory, Mike, of Concorde. Very nice. It was truly iconic aircraft, Concorde was, as was the 747. And I know we've got Concorde there preserved and, you know, sitting next to the entrance to 27 left, but wouldn't it be really fitting to have a 747 for the entrance to 27 right? I think that'd be quite cool, you know. One for one runway, a gate guardian for one runway, and a gate guardian for the other runway. I think that'd be pretty cool. Sorry folks, I'm just going to leave this BA. Just going to pan round to the right. There's a Virgin Dreamliner, which is a little bit more interesting. Oh, it's got lots of little covers on it. Oh, Victor Whiskey Hotel Oscar VWHO. Looks like that. Has that been in storage for a while? Just going to have a quick dig and see if I can find anything on it. Right, oh, something just landed there as well. Oh yes, Swiss A320 with sharklets. That's just arrived there on 27 right. The smart one. Pan back over to the other runway. Oh, that sun's really coming out now. Very, very nice. Beautiful sunset, that. Mini Aviation, hello. You're going to call me that? No, definitely no. It ain't my first or middle name. Sorry to disappoint you. Jason, thanks for subscribing, mate. Appreciate that. Neil, am I down for the 747 goodbye flight? Specifically, no. I didn't book this specifically for that. I mentioned it in a live stream last week to everyone who was on board, but basically I've not had any time away or time off work since March. So the last time I was away for more than a day, for instance, Planespotting, was March the 11th, 10th and 11th, when me and Daniel Sander went to Sweden
to do some filming in Gothenburg and Stockholm. So I've not been away or had a day off basically since March the 10th or 11th. So I just wanted to get away, and I've been trying to get away since August, but every time something's come up, be it work or something else that's needed my attention. So finally I got a week this week where it was doable to go away for a few days, and so last week I just booked to go away for a few days. So last night I stayed at Mildenhall, did some plane spotting at RAF Mildenhall. Today did some plane spotting at RAF Lakenheath. Nothing major, to be honest with you, but just relaxing and yeah, enjoying it as much as anything. But it's been really good. Really, really good. It's a nice shot, that. We've got a Dreamliner taxi. I'm just going to quickly look at flight radar and just have a look at your comments as well. Yeah, that's a good point, Fergus. When the Dreamliner can take an intersection, it was quite funny before because there was an A319 that went full length, but the Dreamliner took one of the other intersections a bit earlier on, which was quite impressive. But a Dreamliner and a Turkish 777 taxiing. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Don't forget to leave a comment, folks. If you like the live stream, drop it a like, and if you'd like to see more live streams, then do feel free to subscribe. It's always appreciated. And most of the time I do live streams from Newcastle Airport primarily, the odd one from Edinburgh. But obviously with what's gone on this year, unfortunately there hasn't been much traffic wise, and I've got to say this is a welcome bit of respite just to actually see some movements. Gets a little bit depressing when you stand in the freezing cold for 4 or 5 hours just waiting for one movement or two movements. It's yeah, just one of those things, but a lot of people on the same boat. So British Airways 787, let's see where he's off to. So we've got a Turkish 777 and another BA Dreamliner taxi into the runway. Ah, you can see why they call it gold now. It's amazing with the sun and the light. Really, really nice light, that. Here comes the mighty Turkish 777. Triple 7-300. Tango, Charlie, Juliet, Juliet, Golf. He's just holding short, and then behind him is British Airways A320neo. Just going to take off in front. Ah, Matteo, bonjour, monsieur. Welcome on board. And Worcester, hello, lovely to have you with us. And Tim, so hello to you three. I'm sorry I missed your first comment there. Great to have you all on board. We've got 36 people watching it at the moment, which is brilliant. Hello to each and every one of you. It's lovely to have you join us this evening. So we're just filming the departures primarily. Off runway 27 left at London Heathrow Airport. The wind was gusting 25 knots earlier. It was quite strong. Right, that's the BA way. Time for the Turkish to depart. "787s to Mumbai." Ah, right. Good stuff. Sam, Chibaz, good evening, mate. Lovely to have you with us. Oh. Box just dropped there for a second. Trying to see where that British Airways Dreamliner's gone. Can't see him. Right, the Turkish is on the roll. There's a British Airways parked at Terminal 4. I think it's an A319, but I need to double check. Aye, this is one thing I miss at Newcastle. We don't have an Emirates 777 flight at the moment, so until that resumes, we're without any wide body movements as such. So they're supposed to be resuming in March of 2021 from Newcastle to Dubai. But whether or not that happens remains to be seen. But it makes a change just to see some heavy movements here at Heathrow, which is nice. So I've got BA's 777 parked up here. And we've got the which one's that? Yankee Mike Lima. It's parked up behind. And one of the ones which I'm interested to know about is just next to the BA hangar. Oh, actually, it's got its it's actually got its beacon light on. So the British Airways A320. Sorry, I thought it was a 319. The A320 over there. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's parked at Terminal 4. Now, as far as I understood it, they were only using Terminal 5 and Terminal 2. Correct me, please, if I'm wrong, because I'm not up to date with what's flying from where at the moment. But yeah, I was just interested, curious to know which British Airways A320 that is. Probably be one of the Golf Echo uniform edges. Let's give you a nice view of that sunset. It's beautiful over there toward the west, in the direction of Windsor. Really, really nice. You can see the sun. Looks like the sun's reflecting off something over there. Aye. Jordan, where's the Ryanair? That's what I keep asking myself, mate. Oh, I tell you what, I drove past... good to have you on board, Jordan, if you're listening. Hello. I drove past Stansted before, and there's a hang of a lot of them parked up there. There's loads and loads. It's quite sad, actually, because usually at that time, the time I drove past was kind of after lunchtime, and that's typically the time when you'd have the next wave that would have just gone out, and the wave after would have be coming in just after 2 o'clock, but there was loads on the ground. It was, yeah, quite sad to see, to be honest. Tim, can you message us on Instagram? Yes, you can, but I'll warn you now, I don't check Instagram that often. If you're wanting to message us, I would recommend messaging me on Twitter or Facebook. So I don't really use Instagram that much, but you can message me, but I'm unlikely to respond that quickly. I don't know why. I've never been... I use Instagram, but it's never been my favourite. I prefer Twitter and Facebook. So, but yeah, feel free to. No worries, Matteo. We'll see you later on, mate. Take care of yourself. Au revoir. Let's have a quick... It's quite windy out there. The wind was gusting up to 30 before. Maybe see it in the trees there. The trees are blowing quite a bit. Yeah, we've got British Airways hurtling down to the runway. Oh, Emirates A3 is approaching. Nice. Trying to see where that Emirates A3 is. I haven't seen A3 in a while. Let's have a look. That Emirates is still pretty much over the Netherlands, so it's going to be a while yet. Don't know if we'll see him. We might see him. We might not. We'll see how it goes. Scandinavian A320neo just waiting to line up. So that A320neo, let's have a look and see which one that is. Grub's nice at the hotel. Aye, it's nice, but it's expensive. It certainly is pricey. There's a nice fish and chip shop just down the road, actually. So this one's Echo India, Sierra India Echo. Ooh, cut that. We've seen that. Look at this, Saudi. Oh, that's a nice one. Saudi 789. HZ-ARF. I saw that one on Flight Radar 24 before when it was about to land. Very smart. G20. Once all of this is live on YouTube, I'm going to have to go back through and put all the registrations in so I can remember what I've seen. It's a very nice design, yeah, it really is. Oh, he's going for it. That's him up. Now, I've never seen that one before. I'm not sure when that livery was applied, but I'm sure I've seen that Saudi 78 in Manchester. Pretty sure it was Manchester. I'm not sure when they applied that livery. I'll have to have a look. No flights from Terminal 4, only cargo. Alright, that's interesting. We've got British Airways A320 just lining up. Golf, Echo Uniform, Golf. Oh, I've got one of the the old BMI A320s. Cool. Actually, I need to remember to share this link. I was supposed to share this link before. It's the BA on the roll. I didn't realise they were still using the BMI A321s, British Airways. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Lovely jubbly. So the next one is Golf Mike Echo Delta November, and it's one of the ex-BMI international A321s that British Airways took over after BMI finished. And the registration, Golf Mike Echo Delta, goes all the way back to when British Midland was still British Mediterranean Airways or Mediterranean Airways, hence the registration G-MED, Golf Mike Echo Delta. So a little bit of interesting history for you, but that should be in there soon anyway. There's a little bit of a gap, so I'm just going to have a quick look on Flight Radar, see what's coming and going. Jay, good evening mate, lovely to have you with us, welcome aboard Jay. Oh, Echo Delta November's being towed.
Ah, okay, that explains it. I was going to say I don't remember seeing them do any flights. Yeah, wow. So London Heathrow to Glasgow. So earlier today, by the looks of things, it was supposed to fly from Heathrow to Glasgow. It took off from Heathrow, made a left turn in what looks like a short test flight, and then immediately returned to Heathrow. So I don't know if it was supposed to be going to Glasgow for storage or that was just a test flight. But this aeroplane hasn't operated a... Oh, you're right, Sam, it's just being told. It hasn't operated a single passenger flight since the 18th of March 2020. So nearly 7 months that that aircraft hasn't flown a single paying passenger, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. That's the interesting thing though, Sam, because by the looks of the flight plan looks as if it was just doing a quick test flight. Because of the departure and everything that it flew was heading south, so I'm not sure if it was meant to go to Glasgow or what, but unless the BA, is it the BA source or BA News or something, unless they've said anything on it, I'm not entirely sure. But it's a shame to see it not flying anymore. Or at the moment anyway. I presume they're just taking it down to Terminal 4 for storage. Oh, it's got to be costing them a fortune, Jay, absolutely, yeah. I'm going to share this live stream on Facebook in a couple of places. Next Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 flight is probably going to be a little while because I won't be using it in about a week or two's time because they've bumped the price up for it, so I'm going to have to reevaluate and just purchase the new Microsoft Flight Simulator outright because they're going to put it up from the promotional, which was I think it was £1 to buy the Xbox Game Pass, then put it at $3.99 a month, and they've now ramped it up to $7.99 a month, and it would work out cheaper for me just to buy the game as a whole, so I'm probably going to get rid of it, or at least get rid of my subscription next week, and then save up and buy the game, I don't know, in the next month or so, but we'll see. Two British Airways there, 321, 320, very nice. Will I be able to film the A380 lands, Samuel? I should be able to see it. We'll give it a try. We'll at least get the tail end of it, so we'll see what we can do. How far away is it actually? Let's have a look. In fact, actually, it's not even that far away, to be honest. So,
yeah, we should be able to see it on the other runway. That's a sunset right now. It's fantastic. It was supposed to be heavy showers of rain, but compared to yesterday, it's actually been really nice. Couple of BAs taxiing down from Terminal 5. If by any chance, folks, if I do miss your comment and you're wondering why I haven't responded to it, I am slowly going through them. Trying to do 110 things at once, but oops, doesn't always work. Clear blue sky Newcastle, nice one. The 747s, yeah, I think a lot of the ones with their engines taken off, I reckon they'll definitely be headed for scrap, because, well, you're not going to keep an aircraft for that, are you? But yeah, it looks like the ones without engines at least will be scrapped, of which there's quite a few already, but we'll see how it goes. The 787 Dreamliner just landed on 27 right. I think it's Etihad. The 1810 flight's been cancelled, never. Yeah, Jason, there's a lot of the 747s where the engines have already been taken off, so I think they'll all be going the distance. I can't see them refitting the engines anytime soon. And besides, if you had a customer waiting, you're going to preserve the vital components of the aircraft. Oh, testing them. I think somebody's testing the lights on the A350. Just put the strobe lights on. Oh, they had put the strobe lights on. Oh. They just put the strobe lights on the A350, which caught my eye. So, X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Oscar, let's have a look. When was that delivered? Go for X-Ray Whiskey. Actually, it might be Golf, X-Ray Whiskey, Bravo, Delta. Yeah, I think it's Delta, my bad. And that one was delivered in December 2019. Very nice. British Airways heading down the runway. Finnair just about to line up. It's amazing how the lights just suddenly change, because we've gone from having a really beautiful sunset to now the sky is nice, but it's not what it was 5 minutes ago. Will I ever go to Bryce Norton? I will indeed, yes, very soon hopefully. That's a Finnair just upon. On his way back to Helsinki. Just trying to find the registration of the British Airways A350 that was delivered last week. See if I can find it. British Airways A350 2nd of October, Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Golf. Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Golf. So that was, yeah, last week. Just one sec, folks. I'm just going to lower the tripod slightly, just to try and try something different. Do that. I'm going to try something a little bit different so I can get a lower down angle. There we go. Try that. Right, so the A380 will be in just a moment. But for now, the A380 is actually just at 18. Oh no, he's at 10,000 feet. So the A380 will be in a few minutes, which is good. Let's have a look. X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Charlie. Might be. Well, the new one that was delivered the other day was X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Golf. Ooh, Etihad. Oops, 787. Oh, that's a nice livery, that. I don't know about anyone else, but when Etihad first unveiled that new livery, it was one of the first liveries I've seen in a long time where as soon as I saw it, it just, yeah, I liked it straight away. That is very, very nice. So the Etihad's just taxied in. There's no departures at the moment, so we'll just head over to that Emirates, which is pushing back. What used to be one of our daily pleasures to see it at Newcastle. Unfortunately not, Jason, no. When you live as far north as I do, compared to down here in the south, you've got to plan things out like that. So on a whim, I can't just say, right, I'll be there Sunday, right, I'll be there Friday, because, you know, a 6 and a bit hour drive is not the way I plan on spending a Sunday afternoon, put it that way. I've heard of a Sunday afternoon drive, but that's kind of pushing things right to the limit. Well, to be honest, I had actually planned to go and see the B-52, Sam. But again, for one reason or another, it just didn't work, and my whole trip this week was all purely because I've had that many trips recently where things have been cancelled. I mean, I was supposed to go to Dublin, that was cancelled. I booked to go away with a friend to, with my cousin, good friend, to Venice, and that didn't happen. And so it just seems like everything I've planned since March has kind of been chucked out the window. So yeah, and then the B-52s, I had actually planned to go and get the B-52s as well, but then again something else came up and I wasn't able to get them either. So, you know, whatever it was, there always just seemed to be something in the way. But thankfully not this week, so it's good. Oh, the Eastern flight, that Eastern flight's nearly 60 quid each way, and it's kind of hard to hard to fly from Teesside to Heathrow, and then Heathrow to Mildenhall, then Mildenhall to Lakenheath, and then Lakenheath to Coningsby, like I did yesterday. So, you know, I drove all that yesterday, but it's kind of hard to do that in a Jetstream or a Saab. But I'll just show you the sunset in the background. Well, the sky anyway. The sky's beautiful. I think we've got a 787 Dreamliner just taxiing down. Let's have a look on flight radar, see which one it is. Oh, and the have I been to Sunderland Air Show? Yes. I've been going to the Sunderland Air Show since I was 3 or 4. But haven't been probably for about 5 years now. The air show displays have been pretty much the same year on year. There's not been a great variety. Me and one of my good mates went down to RAF Fairford in 2017 to go and get the movements for the Royal International Air Tattoo, and I've got to say that was very impressive. They've got such a variety of aircraft, from big ones, transporter ones, A400, C-130, C-17, right the way through to the various air forces that display there. So I thought the air show at Fairford was pretty outstanding. Oh, sorry folks, I'm just going to show you this. Just they've got the lights on for the I think they're just doing a light test at the moment. Whiskey Bravo Delta. But yeah, unfortunately Sunderland's not that interesting anymore. I mean, for the likes of the Typhoon and the Red Arrows, it's interesting for that, but apart from that, not much else, to be honest. So yeah. Well, RAF Fairford, I mean, it costs a bit to get good seats, but it's definitely worth it. If you can get the ones which take you pretty much right up to the boundary, the airshow boundary anyway, you won't be disappointed. I mean, the views and that are just phenomenal. So yeah, definitely would recommend Riot at Fairford. It's really good. SpiceJet starting to Delhi and Mumbai. Oh, no. I had seen that, I think on Twitter. I think I saw it on Twitter, but that's good news. Not surprising though, because seems to be a lot of demand for those destinations right now, especially with the low-cost market. So it's good. BA787, which one's this? Oops, just knocked the power cable out. Oh, the Emirates A380's on fire. Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Kilo. Flying from Heathrow to Cairo in Egypt. What flight number is it? Flight BA155. It's crazy. This one was delivered in August 2018. Doesn't seem like 2 minutes ago that the 800s were delivered, but aye. So the British Airways 787s. British Airways is getting the 10 models, aren't they? The 787-1000 or -10. Pretty sure they are anyway. There's a British Airways A320 on the maintenance apron there that's just been powered up and got all its lights on, so that might be going soon. Will Etihad or Qatar go to Newcastle? Never in a million years. We've got enough demand to support an Emirates flight, but we don't have a demand to support even a 1 weekly flight of Etihad or Qatar at the moment. Excuse me. But once Emirates returns, I mean, I hope that route will stay, because the way things are going, well, Emirates have just cut Edinburgh completely, so they're not going to be flying to or from Edinburgh again in the near future, or at least till 2022. So, you know, selfishly, I'm kind of hoping that they at least do resume Newcastle, because I think unlike Edinburgh, we've had more invested at Newcastle. We've got more connections in a lot of ways. Emirates, just to give you a bit of information, which some of you may or may not know, but Emirates invested heavily at Newcastle Airport in 2007-2008 when they first launched direct flights from Dubai to the northeast. They pumped tons in. They built us basically a new air traffic control tower, and to this day, if you look at the logo which is on the air traffic control tower, is the Emirates logo, and it's a vital link to the northeast. The northeast has a lot of connections, family connections, international possibilities via Dubai, so there's a lot that service has to offer. So I do see it returning more so than the Edinburgh service. The Edinburgh service only recently started. In comparison, the Edinburgh flight began in 2018, in the latter end of 2018. And whilst it's done well, I still think at the core, Newcastle has more to offer. So yeah, we'll have to see how things go, but yeah. See you later on, Robert. Take care of yourself, mate. Lovely to have you on board with us. We'll see you later on. So yeah, I definitely see Emirates coming back to Newcastle next year, but again, it's not a case of whether the airline wants to, it's a case of
whether everything's in place which makes it viable and feasible for people to fly, to, you know, get from point A to point B without having great big barriers to jump through. And until that is resolved, I think a lot of routes like that will be centralised to hub airports likes of Heathrow, and we'll see fewer and fewer such services to regional and regional airports such as Newcastle. So that's just the way things are right now, unfortunately. Oh, they're towing the A350. Lovely jubbly. Well, exactly, and Emirates was flying twice daily to Glasgow, so they were using the A380 on one flight, and then they were using the 777 on the other flight. At one stage, well, for this summer anyway, the route was supposed to go to 2 A380s every day, so one in the afternoon flight and one in the evening flight. But of course, with the pandemic at the start of the year, that all changed, and it's still managed to keep the Kenya Airways Dreamliner, nice. I can see blue lights over there, which is never a good sign. But yeah, they still have the flight to Glasgow. Glasgow again, to me, has more connections and more potential offer for Emirates, a bit like Newcastle. Whereas to me, yeah, Edinburgh doesn't have as much. So that's not to say anything negative about Edinburgh, it's just a fact, really. But yeah, it's the Hilton, so that's where it is, Jay. So cracking view from the very top. Really is impressive. I'm just going to try and now, folks, I'm going to have to change the battery in 2 minutes because the battery is almost dead. So I think we're down to 17 minutes of battery life remaining. If that continues, we're going to have a little bit of a problem because we're then going to have to end the live stream. So I'm going to try and change the battery over without interrupting the live stream too much. So I'm going to do like a short interval or a short break, and then I'll try and change the battery in that break and then immediately transition back to it, okay? So it might take us a minute or two. Well, I'm hoping it'll take more than 10 seconds, but just in case you're wondering why the live stream suddenly paused. Oh, this is a cool one. Kenya Airways. Oh, the A380's coming now. Oh, I must have missed it. Please don't say I've missed it. Ah, I've just realised something. I've just realised you can actually see one of the... Ah, it's one of the Virgin 747s. Cool. Don't know why I never noticed that before. Virgin 747. Nice. Right, the A380 should just pop out behind that in theory. Oh no, has it landed? Oh no, it's landed, hasn't it? Oops, my bad. There it is. Sorry folks, but I'm gonna get this Kenya Airways, just I don't see enough of these. Should get the A380 just turning in a sec. That's okay, the Kenya Airways should be up, so we'll have time to pan back.
point. I'm really hoping I've remembered to bring my my battery charger with us, because I can't remember if I did. I know I brought the lead, but I can't remember if I brought the charger. So this one, well, it mightn't be rare to anyone who's at Heathrow every day, but to me it's a pretty special one. Kenya Airways 787-800, 5 Yankee Kilo Zulu Juliet, from Heathrow to Nairobi. That one was delivered in June 2015. It's about 5 years old now. It's scary with some of these 787s now, because a lot of them are, well, they're getting older and older, to put it mildly. Alright, where's the A380? It should be coming out down there, but unless it has it taxied into the hangar at the back. Oh, no, it should be turning, so we should see it coming directly behind the building here in theory. Yeah, there she is. Hey! Alpha 6 Echo Victor Delta. Oh, you miss seeing those, like. Trying to think when the last time I saw an A380 was. It would be Manchester back in February, when I was filming with fellow YouTubers, Mr. Aviation Guy and Alex Praglovsky. A lot of you may know Alex with his trip reports from Canada, and a lot of you may know Mr. Aviation Guy for his various videos, including the TUI 757 landing at Bristol during a strong crosswind and storm. But yeah, we were filming in Manchester pre the pandemic, and the Emirates A380 was one of them. In fact, I think we got a selfie of the three of us with the A380, which was pretty cool. And now we're just pleased to see one at Heathrow. How times have changed. Well, there's an Alitalia A319 about to go to Milan Linate. Ah, Nick. Hello, Nick. Lovely to have you with us, mate. How are you doing? Dar reception and pint of Strongbow. Have you seen the price of this stuff, mate? I mean, honestly, it's one of the few places where, honestly, I was saying this. I was saying this to me mum before when she says, "Hey, how are you getting on? Did you manage to get down in this, that and the other?" I was like, yeah, I got down, no problem. And I says, "Mind, I feel very out of place." She's like, "Oh," she says, "yeah, the bathroom's clean and the room smells clean, and I mean, there's a bed, there's a window with a pretty nice view. It's not what I'm used to. I'm kind of used to staying in somewhere cheap and nasty, and freezing for hours on end outside in the cold. So it makes a nice change to to film from here." But hey, I looked at the price of some of the food and that, like, and you look and whew, crazy. Oh, it's one of the 319s with the old livery. Cool. I'm just going to change to manual focus, folks, because the light is fading fast. There we go. Jamie, good evening. Yes, it is indeed. It's the Garden Inn Hilton Hotel. Cracking hotel. I think most of the rooms on this side give you a view overlooking the airport and the apron, which is pretty cool. But I've been, like I said last week, I've been trying to get away since March, but
for one reason or another it just hasn't happened. So it's nice to finally be able to get away and just relax a bit. So that's the Alitalia lining up now. Don't forget, folks, please do share the live stream, leave a like if you like it, and if you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe. I aim to have more content like this out, but we're trying our best anyway. The Queen's building at London Heathrow, that's going back. Yeah, that's going back quite a bit. Nick, you might remember, mate. That might be more your time frame. A bit before my time. Oh, the BOAC livery. Yeah, I love that livery. It's a classic. It's one of those liveries that just doesn't get old. Even when you see it on older aircraft, you look and you think, wow, it's amazing. Let's have a look over to the right. Got a British Airways Dreamliner just being towed along. You knew it would be spotting at a different airport, Daniel. How did you guess, mate? How on earth did you guess? Well, it wasn't exactly going to be Teesside, was it? It made us laugh because when I said last week, stay tuned for a special live stream, everyone was saying, oh, where's it going to be? Is it going to be here? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be Eshet? Or is it? I was like, it's not going to be any of those. Try a little bit further. But no, it's nice to have something a wee bit different. We've got about 39 to 40 people viewing it regularly at the moment, so lovely to have all of you on board. Hope you're all keeping well, staying safe, and yeah, it's lovely to have you on board. Let's give you a quick pan. This is what it's looking like at the moment. It's lovely with that sky just over at the west. Really, really nice. Ah, no worries, Jamie. No worries, mate. It's the kind of content I love to make. So I started live streaming with the help of my mate Andy last year, and both of us share in trying to do live events and stuff, and bring more live content out. And yeah, it's been going quite well. So it's just trying to keep it regular as the thing, and try and vary it too. So we're getting there. British Airways A320's just departed. What have we got over there? We've got the 787. We've got what looks to be another 787 being towed along. The Iberia retro livery. I don't think so. I'll have to have a look, actually. I might have seen it. If I have, I've forgotten it. Stansted live spot. Nice, Stansted would be good. Stansted is actually a really good place to go when it's busy. The only problem is that there's not a lot of good spots you can go to which you
kind of don't get bothered, if that makes sense. I think the last 2 spots I've been to, each time I've had the police or someone else, one of the airport ones, come around and say, what are you doing, what are you up to, and you explain, and then they're fine, and then they move on. And then I've had it happen twice at Stansted, in fact, where I've had 2 lots of police and 2 lots of airport security ones come along and ask what I was doing, and it wasn't because I was in somewhere I shouldn't have been. It was just because I was doing what I usually do, and I like to stand in a place where I'm plainly seen and very visible. I don't like to be you know, hiding behind the hedges hoping nobody's going to see me. That's not me. I like to make sure I'm plainly seen. And yeah, a couple of times, I think the first time the airport security ones came around and they didn't talk to me, and the next thing I know is the Essex police came around and they were like, oh, can I ask you what you're doing, this, that and the other, and I was very polite and said, yeah, no problem, explained, showed them my photos, and he was like, alright, that's fine, just we've had an issue with, and I know what the issue is because you'll all be aware that they've had various protesters and so on who've broken into the airport, and because of that, even if you're a genuine spotter, they treat you exactly the same a lot of the time, because they don't know you from Adam, so it's kind of hard for them to discern who's who. But anyway, each time I was once actually, I think the second time when the police came around, he actually asked, well, he told me to move on. To which point I just asked if he would mind clarifying if it was airport land, and he didn't know. But then about 20 minutes later, I moved on, and then 20 minutes later some spotters from Stansted came around and were Planespotting in the exact same place, and then all 3 of us continued Planespotting there for about 4 hours without a single person bothering us. So it really depends who you get a lot of the time, but doesn't make it easy. The Sheraton at Schiphol. Yeah, definitely, I'll have to do that, mate. Oh, absolutely, that sounds like a good shout, actually. Well, Amsterdam Schiphol is on my list full stop, so yeah, I'll have to try that. Right, folks, I'm going to have to change the battery because the camcorder is about to die. So I'm just going to mute for a second and then change the battery. And then hopefully I should be able to get this live stream back on without shutting everything down and restarting it again. So just bear with me. I'm going to transition to a quick break. And then after that, I should be back online with the camcorder. So just bear with me. I'm going to try and change the battery. Alright, let's see if we can do this without making a right mess. Keep out the fridge. I wish there was something in the fridge, I tell you. I think I'm going to go and try and find a fish and chip shop later. I'm starving. Right, I'll just be 1 sec, folks. I'm going to quickly transition this, so bear with me. Hey, I think it actually worked. Happy days. Right, we're back online. And we've got full battery now, so we're good to go.
I've just learned something new actually, just with the whole transition. Just a quick question, folks. When I transitioned to that little break, did you all hear the music in that playing? Just so I know, because we had a few audio issues earlier, and it's just making sure that they're not reoccurring. But yeah, that's great. We've changed the battery. We've got another hour and a half to go, which is nice. In fact, actually, Nick, talking of fridge, I think I'm going to stick the kettle on and make a cup of coffee. I quite fancy a cup right now. Lots of British Airways being parked up for the night. Alan, that's working. Lovely jubbly. Happy days. And the audio did come on, folks. That's great. Thank you, Spitfire and Alan and AS Barrett. Thank you very much. Hi, the 777 Emirates and 767 Titan. Yeah, that was good. That I think we had a football chartered that day. So the Titan 767 came up from London Stansted, and then the Emirates 777 came in or was going out. I can't remember. That might have been the Emirates I filmed when I forgot to put the audio on. Actually, I'm sure it was that one or one of the other ones where I forgot to unmute the mic. For those of you who weren't here earlier, I'll tell you a story this morning when I was at RAF Mildenhall. For those of you who've heard this story, then you know what's coming. So if I sound like I'm repeating myself, don't worry, it's not dementia, it's just me going mad. But this morning at Mildenhall, there was a KC-10, a US Air Force KC-10 extender departing, and I'd been waiting for about an hour. The runway was soaking wet, it was quite chilly, and had my tripod all set up, ready to film, and the next thing, the KC-10 lined up, ready to go. And I quickly looked, got the camcorder and everything all set up, and before I knew it, it was rolling down the runway, and I was looking through the screen of the camcorder. I think, wow, this is brilliant. You know, really, really cool. Spray kicking off the runway, soaking wet conditions. You could see the condensation building up on the wings, and then it's lifting up, and you can see the water spooling inside the engines. And I was just like, oh, this is amazing. And then the next thing I knew is I looked at the screen of the camcorder and I forgot to hit record. So in my head, I have one of the best videos ever of a US Air Force, well, for me it would be the only video ever, of a US Air Force KC-10 departing, and I forgot to hit record. So by the time I hit record, it was already right over the top, and all I got was the tail. So that was my epic fail of today. So you see, there's a lot to be said for live streaming, because if I'd been live streaming, I wouldn't have missed it. But eh dear. Stanwell Fish and Chips. I'll have a look at that, Nick. Thanks, mate. Have a look on Google, see where that is. The Green Man Pub. Well, I don't fancy going into a pub. Takeaway I don't mind, and I can run in and I can run out. Actually, it's getting quite dark there now, isn't it? Let's have a look over here. Got the British Airways just pushing back. Well, that's a nice shot. It's got the sky in the background. There's not much departing at the moment, so it's quite quiet. We've got oh, this one, Iberia A350 Echo Charlie Mike X-Ray Victor. Don't know how he eluded me. Where is it? There it is.
Echo Charlie Mike X-Ray Victor. Iberia A350 on its way to Madrid. Now this one was delivered in May 2018. Oh, is that Air India? Yeah, it is Air India. Cool. I think the Air India's going to Delhi, isn't it? Yeah. Air India 112. Victor Tango Alpha November Charlie, delivered in 2014. Iberia is just about to line up. Ooh, there's an Air Canada taxi. Air Canada. And there's something taxiing to depart ahead of them. Oh, it's Eurowings. Eurowings is being given preferential treatment for once. You won't see that when Ryanair starts flying from Heathrow, I tell you. Sasan, how do you discern between an A350 and a 787? Well, it's very, very easy, my friend. If you look straight ahead of you, sorry it's a wee bit blurry, as you can see, the A350, which is the one in the far end, that's got nicely shaped winglets, and the Boeing 787 in the foreground has just basically blended or raked wingtips, so very, very slight differences, and also the cockpit is the most notable. The 787, you've got 4 main cockpit windows which are of larger size. The A350 still has 6, so again another easy way to tell. Not just that, but even just the height and measurements of them are totally different. It is bigger, Alan, you're absolutely right. Even compared to the 10 series, it's a much larger variant. But the A350 1000, which I've had the privilege of filming at Toulouse, even with the A350 1000, you see that difference in size. That's got the same landing gear as the 777, not landing gear as such, but just the amount of wheels, and it's a huge aircraft. But yeah, they all have their unique differences, which to the discerning eye, and you can see them very easily after a while. Even the differences between the 787, 800, 900 and Dash 10, you can tell which one's which, and it does become quite easy after a while, to be honest. That's the Iberia A350 off and away. It's funny how that changes when you see that little bit of light, just the way it affects your eyes. Because you do think it's complete darkness, but there is that little bit of light just over in the west. See Air India just rolling to depart now. Got a British Airways 777 just lining up. That's Speedbird 31 to Hong Kong. Golf Sierra Tango Bravo Echo.
that one away, and British Airways is just lining up. Just going to quickly stick the kettle on, folks, just bear with me. Got an Aer Lingus taxi in as well. Oh, you can hear that 777. Oh, actually. Sorry if the kettle's a bit loud, folks. I've just had to turn it down there. It's quite loud on the audio. Ah, Luca, hello. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Lovely to have you with us. How are you doing? And that's Sierra Tango Bravo off to Hong Kong. Kettle's boiled. Is there anything taxiing? I can't see anything taxiing. Let's have a look over there. See what's happening. Ethiopian and A380 parked up. Right, I'm just going to turn the volume up a little bit. Oops, a bit too loud. There we go. You thought the kettle was a plane on takeoff? Oh well, good sound effects. Mallorca Planespotting. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? And Luca. Yeah, doing very well, mate. How are you doing? I'm just going to make a quick cup of coffee. Yeah, there's the 787 engines have like the the jagged end on the fan, same as what the 737 Max has. And again, that's a noticeable difference with it. So yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. Aye, that's it, yeah. That's right, yeah. They're all three of them. I know Airbus looked at a similar design a few years ago, but they never went with it. But it is usually near 350, yeah. The 777 is normally on the flight, well it was anyway, to Dublin, and then Dublin to Washington. But again, that's another route which wouldn't have been happening. Not much activity right now, seems to have gone very quiet. It's quite weird because Heathrow, that used to having, you know, a constant buzz. Lufthansa A320neo is just about taxi. Apart from that, there's not masses more much more traffic, to be honest with you. It's all gone a little bit quiet. What's that? That's got its. No, it is Ethiopian. Wonder if they're just getting towed to the terminal. Mike India Delta Sierra, one of the ex British Midland A320s is just being towed. Ah, exactly. At least ATC has a brake to have a cup. I mean, there is that. Well, folks, we're going to end the live stream in about 15 minutes' time. Film a few more movements, and then that'll be us for today. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We've been live now for an hour and 44 minutes, so you see the difference that a good Wi-Fi connection and a mains power supply has. It makes all the world of difference, especially when you're live streaming. So, but it's been good fun. So hopefully we'll do another one in between now and Thursday. So that'll be good. That's a Lufthansa A320neo. I'll see you later on, Tim. Take care of yourself, mate. So Lufthansa lining up. So a whole load of British Airways just landing on the other side of the runway. On the second parallel runway, I should say, on 27, right? I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need them, Sam. Certainly, I'm gonna need them. That's the Lufthansa rolling. As it's getting darker, it's getting harder and harder to see them. All you can really see is just little flashing lights, but so Lufthansa up. Well, I'm trying to see where the next movement is, but there's not much or anything really taxiing at the moment. Too early tomorrow to get the arrivals, aye. No, I'm not. I won't be live in the morning. No. Just the way things. It's not really a holiday if you're getting up mega early on your first day away. No worries, Jay. See you later on. Take care of yourself, mate, and we'll speak to you soon. Well, folks, seeing the lack of movement, it actually might be a good time to wrap up now, because there's not much on its way down to the... Oh, there's a Japan Airlines 787. We'll try and stay on for that. Japan Airlines 787-900. Juliet Alpha... Juliet Alpha 861 Juliet, so that's just about a taxi, so we'll maybe wait for that to depart and then we'll head off after that. But it's crazy how quiet it is, really crazy. Staying for the 747's leaving there, potentially, yeah, potentially. Just have to wait to see what happens Thursday. I think everything's still a little bit up in the air at the moment as to, yeah, but hopefully, if I do get them, I'll hopefully try and live stream it with you all, so give you all different perspectives, so that should be good. And the thing is, because I was thinking about it, trying to film the two of them taking off together, and either way it's still going to be hard from the west side of the airport, because you're going to have to get yourself into a location where you can see them at roughly the same angle, I don't know, I think it might just perhaps be a bit too difficult, so I'll try and stay for them if I can. I'll just have to see how things go. But yeah, like I say, if I can live stream it to you all, then I'll definitely try and live stream the the final ones to leave. So we'll give it a go. I'm going to try the record function. See. That Japan Airlines Dreamliner is just taxiing now, which is great. So I should see the Japan Airlines making its way down just from the very, very top of your screen there where the lights are. You should see a nose emerge. It'll be that of the Japan Dreamliner. Oh yeah, there's the tail. I can just see it pulling out. Oops. Should see the red flashing beacon there. There it is. It's kind of hard to make out with all that light pollution, but it is taxiing down anyway, which is good. How environmentally friendly? Yeah, it's a good question. Well, you say that about planes, Alan, but I think the same about cars. I also sometimes wonder too just how effective they really are, because sometimes I don't know if a lot of you find the same, but as a driver, when you've got some of the cars with the new LEDs coming on, coming toward you, and you look at those LEDs, it's just blinding. But yeah, it does make us wonder, even just compared to a new light, how effective they are, but I don't know. I've had sometimes as a driver I find those ones are the worst, the ones which actually dip it for you, because especially the roads around where I am, you've got lots and lots of twists and bends and blind dips, which if you're the one putting it on high beam or dipping it down to low beam, you know when to put it on and when to put it off. But of course the car doesn't know that. And I've found myself being dazzled by those new LEDs, because I'm coming up to a bit of a blind dip where I know within a couple of split seconds the car's lights will go from being where if the sensors at the front, the sensors will pick up the hill, but they won't pick the car up, which is at the top proceeding down the hill, because I'm above the sensors level. And it's not until I'm on a par with the car's sensors, pretty much just within its range, that then picks me up as it starts coming back up the little dip and I'm coming down it. But in that time it's dazzled me. Whereas if you're a driver with control over high and full beam, any time in the past people would, for these particular roads anyway, would just dip it into low beam, because they know that that split second between them going being at the brow of the hill and you being there, you know, there's not going to be that crossover. But yeah, they really are. But aye, makes you wonder. Japan Airlines 787 has just come into view. Oh, it looks like he's taking shortings. Oh, is it? Oh no, it might be the Eurowings. Spitfire, it's been lovely to have you on board, mate. We'll hopefully see you next time, which will maybe be in the next day or two. What am I looking for? Looking for a plane. There it is. Eurowings A319 just apart in there. And the Japan Airlines, I think, is still taxiing. Seem to have lost visual with the Dreamliner. Try and see what that does. I can't see the. I can't see the 787. Where's it gone? That 787 should be right in front of me, but I can't see it. I don't think that's it. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, Japan Airlines. So that one is Juliet Alpha 861 Juliet 900, delivered in November 2013. That's on departing. All the way to Tokyo to Haneda. 5,192 miles. That's the last one for today, folks. It's been really good. We've been live for about 2 hours now and seen quite a lot of different movements. I'm going to have to go back through this live stream and log each and every one of them, because obviously usually I would have filmed those in individual clips and so on and then trimmed them and made a compilation up out of them, but doing a live stream, you've then got to go back over and make sure it's all sorted. But anyway, thank you to everyone who's watched. It's been a pleasure having everyone on board this evening, and we've had, on average, I think we've had about 40 odd people viewing it, which has been fantastic. It's been amazing. Alan, it's been lovely to have you on board, mate. Great to see you. And Nick as well. And Spitfire F100 and Sam and everyone who's joined. Thank you all so much. It's been wonderful. Hopefully we'll do this again in the next day or so. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. So I might do another live stream tomorrow, but bear with me on that. But thank you to everyone who's watched. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and your support is always appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel member, do consider joining as a channel member. It's, you do get exclusive content with lots of different other bits too. So thank you all very much once again. Take care, everyone. Lovely to see you. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my feet up, Nick. Anyway, take care, folks. Speak to you next time. Bye bye.